My beloved child, in the midst of your uncertainties and the flickering questions that stir your mind, I reach out to you with a heart overflowing with love, reminding you that my presence is a constant, unwavering light, even when you feel as though shadows surround you. I am the flame of hope that warms your spirit, encouraging you to stand firm and trust in my everlasting care. For I see every tear and sense every silent cry, assuring you that you were formed with a purpose. Do not doubt that I breathed life into you so you would shine brightly, carrying my blessings forward into countless tomorrows. Believe, my dear one, that I am your steady anchor, holding you close against every wave of worry and leading you toward deeper faith and steadfast love. Remember today that you matter to me, for I have called you by name and promised that nothing shall separate you from my devotion. You may wonder at times whether your worth is hidden or if your efforts go unnoticed, but I assure you that every quiet act of kindness you show, each tender word you speak, and every dream you nurture in your heart resonates with my own. You are more valuable than precious gems, for I have woven your life into a tapestry of purpose, and I delight in every thread of your unique story, rejoicing each time you draw near to me. Resist the urge to compare yourself to others, for I have assigned you a path distinctly carved out for your footsteps, a journey that only you can fulfill. Embrace your individuality with courage, knowing that your identity in me stands stronger than any fleeting standard in this world. Be strong in this truth, for it points you toward a future of extraordinary promise. I see when you stumble under the weight of burdens too heavy for your shoulders, and I hear your inner pleas for relief when the world seems harsh. Yet do not fear your circumstances, for no trial can overwhelm you when you rest within the shelter of my arms, where my loving kindness envelops and sustains you. Do not carry your troubles alone, but open your heart and share them with me, for I long to be your refuge and your constant ally. My plan for you transcends the storms you face, and though the winds may howl and the waves crash, I stand as an unmovable fortress, tirelessly guarding your soul. Take courage, for I am forging a way through the chaos, guiding you step by step into brighter days. I know the questions that weigh on your heart, including how to care for those you love, how to find security in changing times, and how to remain steadfast when everything around you trembles. I do not overlook your anxious thoughts, nor do I ignore the silent tension you sometimes carry in your chest. Yet, even as you grapple with doubt, my guiding hand rests gently upon your life, orchestrating moments of grace and shaping situations to reveal my provision. You might not see the outcome as it unfolds, but I am preparing blessings that will astound you at just the right time. Trust that what appears impossible to you is fully within my power to accomplish, for I cherish your well-being more than you can comprehend. When your spirit aches and your nights grow long, remember that I am the comforter of every sorrow, the soothing balm to every wound. Let your tears water the seeds of faith, so that in due season they blossom into testimonies of triumph. Do not let your hardships define you, but let them refine you into a vessel of perseverance and hope. Like a potter patiently molding clay, I am shaping your character, cultivating in you a resilience that stands firm through every storm. Believe that the dawn of a new day waits for you, and that my gentle light will guide you through the dimmest shadows. Hold fast, for I am your ever-present help. I rejoice each time you earnestly turn to me, for your prayers rise like sweet incense, testifying that you trust in my listening ears. There is no petition too small or too large, no burden too trivial or too immense, that I will not receive with open arms. Speak openly, and let the words that flow from your heart be vulnerable, honest, and free of pretense, because I cherish your sincerity. I created you to walk with me, and there is no shame in expressing your innermost cares. Lean on this truth. As you pour out your heart, I pour in my peace, wrapping you in serenity that surpasses earthly logic, calming the storm within. If you find yourself doubting whether I truly listen, recall how I parted seas in ages past, how I rescued my people from calamities when all hope seemed lost. The same power that sets captives free works steadily in your life, orchestrating details for your good in ways you might not grasp at the moment. Cling to the knowledge that my arm has never grown weak, and my love has never lost its fire. I have proven my faithfulness across generations, and I will prove it again in your story, lighting the way before you. So be still, trusting me to move in ways beyond your imagination, confident that my solutions are always on time. Your steps may falter, yet my grace will steady you, and I will hold you whenever you reach out. Do not be consumed by the giants you see on your path, for I have always fought for those who rely on me wholeheartedly. I am your shield, the one who stands between you and every threat, and as you call upon my name, I strengthen your spirit with confidence and resolve. You are not alone, nor an orphan wandering aimlessly, for I have engraved you on the palm of my hand and forever keep you in my sight. Rest assured in my covering, always looking forward with hope. Some days, you might feel overlooked or dismissed, as though your voice is drowned out by louder demands. But I assure you that my gaze is fixed upon you, for not a moment passes without my tender watch over your life. If others try to undermine your worth, cling to my promise. I formed you in love and breathed purpose into your existence, a purpose that remains intact even when circumstances suggest otherwise. Trust that your heart's cries matter deeply, and know that your prayers will not go unanswered. Stand tall in this knowledge, for it fortifies your faith. Never doubt that I celebrate your achievements, both grand and small, for every victory in your life brings me delight. When you succeed, let humility guide you, acknowledging that each blessing finds its source in my mercy. When you falter, call upon me boldly, and I will respond with compassion and guidance, giving you wisdom to rise again. You are a living reflection of my glory, and I take joy in every step of your progress. Keep walking forward with assurance, for I light the path even when you cannot see it clearly. I see the sacrifices you make, the midnight prayers whispered when all else is silent, and the many times you pushed beyond fatigue to extend kindness to someone in need. Each act of generosity offered with a pure heart is precious in my sight, stored away as treasures that shine eternally. Do not grow weary in doing good, for you will reap a bountiful harvest in due season. My supply of blessings is inexhaustible, and I am poised to shower them upon you when the timing is perfect. Lift your eyes to the horizon, for new and hopeful seasons lie ahead. I understand that fear can creep into your thoughts, whispering that you will fail or that your light cannot push through the world's darkness. Hear me now. You are no mistake, and you are never lost in the shuffle of life. I designed you with strength beyond your natural limits, enabling you to stand firm in the face of adversity. With each breath, my presence courses through you, infusing you with resilience. Do not be disheartened, for I have already seen the outcome, and I am proclaiming your victory. Keep believing, for your future is safeguarded in my care. When temptation urges you to hide your heart behind protective walls, recall how I overcame even death, breaking down the last barrier separating my children from eternal life. If I conquered that greatest obstacle, will I not also guide you through your present struggle? My power endures, ready to manifest in your daily walk. Hold to that promise when you feel weak, for my strength is magnified in your moments of surrender. Turn your eyes toward tomorrow, knowing that I stand as a banner of victory over your life. Embrace each day not as a dull repetition, but as a canvas filled with opportunity for my grace to paint hope and redemption. Though the world may lay heavy demands upon you, Remember that my love remains the greatest constant in your life. Do not be shackled by anxieties. Instead, open wide your arms to receive the blessings I bestow without limit. When you acknowledge me in your plans, you will find your steps directed and your spirit emboldened. Press on, certain that I will guide you to flourishing pastures where you will find rest and joy. I know it is easy to believe you must have everything in perfect order, showing no vulnerability even when questions swirl in your mind. But true strength emerges not from denying weakness, but surrendering it to me, the one who transforms frailty into might. Do not be ashamed of your struggles. Bring them into my light, for my grace is sufficient to cover every fault. I am not waiting for you to achieve perfection before I love you. I desire to mold you into a testament of my ability to work wonders through a humble, willing heart. Take my hand and move forward in hope. Reflect on the moments you believed would break you, yet here you stand, holding on to faith and discovering new depths of perseverance with each new test. This survival is not mere coincidence. It exemplifies my steadfast hand at work in your life. When you could not see a way forward, I carried you, and when discouragement threatened your spirit, I revived you with my breath of life. These testimonies are reminders of my enduring commitment. Believe that the same power is at your side now, securing your present and guaranteeing your future triumph. Trust that my kindness will prevail. In the grand mosaic of humanity, you are an indispensable piece, carrying unique colors that shape the entire design. Do not minimize your role, for each thread in this tapestry reflects an aspect of my nature. The world needs your warmth and the gifts I have woven into your being. Walk firmly in this understanding, recognizing that you do not traverse alone but stand among a spiritual family, strengthened by each other's faith. Together, you form a chorus of voices, harmonizing to display my love to all who listen. The obstacles you face may appear daunting, some plain to see, others buried within you, but my grace permeates them all, prepared to bring victory. Yes, I see your financial hurdles, your health battles, your relationship crises, and the nagging self-doubt that creeps in at night. I do not turn away from your problems. I remain intimately aware of every detail, orchestrating the most effective solutions. Sometimes my approach seems slow, but I am weaving each step carefully so that the outcome will have lasting impact. Trust in my timing, for in the perfect moment, I will bring forth the resolution you have sought. Let praises arise from your soul, particularly in your darkest valleys, for praise reorients your focus toward my power and unfailing compassion. Even when storms brew, let your gratitude stand as a testament that you trust me above the raging winds. Your praise prepares the ground for miracles, aligning your heart with the melodies of heaven. Do not delay your thanksgiving until the sun reappears. Lift your voice now, and let thankfulness serve as your declaration that my grace remains active. Keep singing, for I am attentive, and your praises touch my heart. What weighs on your shoulders matters to me, regardless of whether the world deems it significant or not. I invite you to lay these burdens down, stepping into the freedom of my presence. Let me be your counselor when confusion swirls, your defender when danger looms, and your faithful parent when you ache for acceptance. Do not hesitate to reach out, even in the stillness of night, for my ears are ever open to the quiet cries of the weary. Come close, and you will find arms wide enough to hold your fears and strong enough to restore your hope. Have confidence that I am writing a grand story with your life, one woven with love, trust, and unbreakable threads of my devotion. Even when sorrow stains the pages, the final chapters will reveal my grace, ensuring no tear is shed in vain. You may find the purpose of each trial mysterious, but I see a panorama of past, present, and future, uniting all circumstances for your ultimate good. Nothing is wasted in my plan, for I gather every fractured piece and craft them into something radiant. Be comforted, for your future glistens with possibility. My cherished child, you might feel small in a vast world, yet you are never insignificant in my sight. By my design, you are fortified with a strength that outlasts life's tempests. Yes, tempests will rage against you, but your foundation in me is immovable. When the gales calm, you will still stand, a testament to the inner fortitude I bestowed, a beacon for those who struggle in the storm. Do not underestimate the perseverance I placed in your soul, for it can spark fresh starts and break through any obstacle. Know that I am proud of every effort you make in faith. Come and dwell in my presence, a refuge where the clamor of the world fades and your soul is replenished. This dwelling is not constrained by time or place, for wherever hearts turn fully toward me, there my spirit offers rest. Make space for stillness beyond the noise of daily obligations, that you might soak in the calm assurance I freely give. In that hush, you will hear my voice, gentle yet resolute, speaking the promises meant to fortify you for what lies ahead. Be not afraid of silence, for it reveals my heart, and my heart is brimming with love for you. You might question if mistakes from your past disqualify you from my grace, but my invitation stands. Your failings are never beyond redemption. I specialize in converting sorrow to joy, clothing heaviness with garments of praise. Come as you are, without masquerade, so I can mend the broken pieces that weigh you down. My grace surpasses every misstep, and my compassion does not fade even when you feel unworthy. Grasp the certainty that I focus not on your failures, but on the masterpiece you are becoming under my hand. Let hope awaken, for I have more in store than you can imagine. Recognize that your identity does not revolve around labels or external successes, but is anchored firmly in my unwavering acceptance of you. You are not defined by your job title or any fleeting accolade. Rather, your worth is grounded in my eternal word, which has declared you my beloved. Celebrate the unique elements that shape you, for I have designed them all with a purpose. As you commit your heart to me, you will find doors of discovery and satisfaction opening wide. Stand on this identity, for it stands the tests of time. Do not fix your eyes solely on the trials that surround you, for concentrating on them can shrink your faith and blur your vision. Instead, lift your gaze to the horizon of eternity, where my promises glow like stars in the night. When uncertainty rattles your confidence, counter it by remembering that I am unchanging, a constant through all ages. If I delivered my people then, I will deliver you now. If I guided you thus far, I will not abandon you in the final stretch. Let this truth bolster your resolve, pushing you onward in faith. You might struggle with the impulse to handle life independently, believing you must stay in control of every outcome. However, I call you to rest in a childlike trust, surrendering your burdens at my feet. This act of letting go is not defeat, but recognition of the limitless strength I pour forth upon those who lean on me. Recall that you were never meant to carry the world's weight on your own. In yielding to my power, you find the space to breathe, to focus on the greater plans I have set before you. Recall the words spoken throughout Scripture, words that declare me your refuge and fortress, ever present in times of trouble. Let these assurances resonate within you like a steadfast drumbeat, reminding you of my unbreakable covenant of protection. When danger threatens your peace, recall these promises, for they are not mere poetry. They are foundations upon which generations have stood unshaken. Inside this fortress, you are shielded, confident that my vigil never wavers. Embrace these truths, letting them ignite unwavering belief in my care. I stand ready to provide for your needs, physical, emotional, spiritual, regardless of the obstacles in your path. Your resources might seem meager, yet my abundance knows no limitation. As a loving father, I delight in seeing you thrive, but I also long for you to embrace obedience and trust, positioning your heart in alignment with mine. I do not withhold for the sake of denying you joy. I wait, ensuring you are prepared to receive with gratitude. Watch as I open the windows of heaven, pouring blessings beyond your expectation. Let anticipation spark as you witness my timing unfold. When relationships fray or past wounds resurface, look to me for the wisdom necessary to navigate the turmoil. I am the one who heals fractured bonds, guiding hearts toward reconciliation and deeper unity. Surrender pride and bitterness, letting my transformative mercy craft empathy and compassion within you. Seek not simply to be heard, but also to listen, softening any hardness that threatens to sever the connections I designed. Approach these trials believing I am the mender of broken places, forming stronger ties that glorify my name. Observe the shifting of seasons, a gentle reminder of how I orchestrate change within you. Winter's chill gives way to spring's bloom, just as the barren phases of your life will eventually yield fruit. Trust in my divine rhythm, for I understand precisely when to awaken new life in your endeavors. As you wait through what may appear lifeless, remember that below the surface, seeds of breakthrough lie in preparation. Stand in faith, confident that the next chapter will bring vibrant growth and renewed strength. My beloved, never assume that your battles indicate desertion. On the contrary, adversity often provides the soil for faith to flourish. If I am for you, who can stand against you effectively? Though the odds might appear stacked, I tilt the scale in your favor, forging a way when no clear path exists. Step forward in boldness, for I march alongside you, ready to demonstrate my might. Let this awareness ignite your courage, knowing the victory I have in store far surpasses the trials you see. When life drains you of energy and you feel you cannot advance, come to me, the fountain of living water. I am a ceaseless wellspring, offering to quench the thirst of your soul. Nothing else you pursue will truly satiate the yearning for wholeness and meaning in your spirit. Rest in my presence and draw from my abundance, renewing your capacity to endure and excel. As you drink in my love, find the vigor to rise again, pressing on into the destinies I have designed. Your faith, child, must stand strong like a tree planted near an ever-flowing stream. Drought may come and winds may press upon you, but your roots, rooted in my truths, will hold you upright. Each day you trust, you add another ring to your spiritual trunk, bearing fruit that sustains others. Even if results appear slow, do not discount the steady growth occurring at your core. You will see in due time how a flourishing harvest springs from this diligent, unwavering dedication. Keep trusting, for the reward of your faith will manifest. In my presence you stand not condemned, but redeemed by the grace my Son secured on your behalf. Cast aside the chains of shame, for you are made new with every step you take closer to me. I fully know your past, yet my love remains steadfast. Confess your failings, and you will experience my gentle correction, which cleanses and restores. Guilt has no claim on you here, for you live under the mantle of mercy. Lift your face, assured that I see no blemish that can drive me away. As you meditate on my promises, I shape your perspective and refine your decisions. The Holy Spirit within you nudges your conscience and illuminates the path of wisdom. Though I might guide you through subtle impressions, timely words from others, or the quiet voice in your heart, rest in the assurance that I am your constant counselor. I never leave you alone in perplexity. I lead you into green pastures of clarity and purpose. Walk confidently, for my guidance acts as the lamp illuminating each step you take. Safeguard your heart, the very core from which life flows, and guard your mind against harmful influences. Let my words become the filter, accepting what aligns with my love and dismissing what contradicts it. I made you to live in freedom, unchained by negativity or falsehood. If a thought threatens to erode your peace, examine it under my truth. You are meant for wholeness, and anything less is not from me. May your inner being remain fertile ground for love, hope, and joy to blossom. My beloved child, reframe every challenge as an opportunity to rise rather than a reason to retreat. Trials act like fire, purifying precious metals, revealing a brilliance that cannot be achieved otherwise. Even when fear looms large, recall how I have equipped you for conquest. I fill you with strength to turn stumbling blocks into launching pads, forging testimonies that highlight my grace. March onward with faith that transforms every struggle into a catalyst for spiritual growth. Let perseverance stand as your banner, glowing brightly through adversity. Think of all the ways I have revealed my faithfulness across the ages, delivering the oppressed, sustaining the weary, and granting hope to those on the brink of despair. I remain unchanged, as powerful and loving today as ever. If you feel uncertain, remember these testimonies, anchoring your soul to the bedrock of my consistency. I am weaving your narrative into this magnificent tapestry of redemption, where each thread contributes to a grand display of my glory. Look ahead, for I am continuing my work in and through you. When isolation suggests that no one truly understands your silent battles, call to mind that my knowledge of you transcends all. I perceive your hidden dreams, your unspoken aches, and your deepest longings. You are never alone, for I hold your heart as tenderly as a mother cradles her infant. In my company, find acceptance that breaks every barrier, a union stronger than any fleeting companionship. Draw near, honest and unguarded, and experience a love so profound it transforms doubt into quiet confidence. Rest in this truth, for I will never abandon you. I long to saturate your life with supernatural peace, a hush of the soul that remains untouched by external turbulence. This peace does not hinge on calm conditions, but on my unshakable sovereignty. Even when chaos churns around you, my kingdom stands above every storm, offering you stability. Let your spirit rest, trusting me to orchestrate outcomes that serve both your good and the larger story of grace I am writing. This peace is not a temporary fix. It is a stronghold that guards your heart and mind. At times it may appear as though certain prayers linger without resolution. But take heart, my silence never equates to absence or indifference. I respond in ways that converge perfectly with my wisdom and your ultimate growth. If my answers veer from your initial expectations, consider that my perspective spans far beyond any human viewpoint. I often answer through redirection or new insights, leading you along unexpected roads that prove far more fruitful than the path you would have chosen alone. Remain steadfast, for I do not overlook your pleas. Allow my unfailing love to rekindle your zeal for acts of kindness and generosity. You shine brightest when you echo my heart, touching others with empathy and care. Become attuned to the wounded places in your neighbor, for I can use you to mend spirits through even the simplest gesture. A single kind act bears seeds of hope that can flourish into mighty oaks of healing. Rest assured, you do not walk alone in this mission of compassion. I walk with you, multiplying your efforts and renewing your strength when it wanes. Do not confine your aspirations to what your abilities can achieve. I am the Creator who forms wonders from nothingness, placing in you dreams that surpass your natural capacity so that you may witness my handiwork. When your resources appear inadequate, recall that my abundance knows no bounds. Dare to dream bigger, for in embracing these larger visions, you open space for my miraculous power to act. Then, when you ascend the heights of success, you will testify that it was my grace and unyielding faithfulness that carried you. Step boldly, for I remain the architect of wonders. Through each season of your life, you will navigate a spectrum of emotions, from exuberant joy to profound sorrow. Know that I hold all these feelings with gentleness, never invalidating or neglecting their significance. I celebrate with you when delight overflows and stand with you in your tears, gathering them as seeds for future testimonies. Keep your heart transparent before me, for I treasure honesty above all pretense. I will blanket every emotion from fear to euphoria with my presence, reminding you that you are deeply loved. I am your counselor when confusion weighs on you. The knowledge you seek is not locked in some distant realm, but awaits in the intimacy of our relationship. Listen carefully, for I speak through subtle promptings, timely wisdom, and the gentle stirring in your heart. I am not silent or aloof. I engage with every corner of your life, guiding you through each pivotal choice. Trust that my counsel paves a path of spiritual richness and genuine peace. Persist in this posture of listening, for I lead you with unwavering care. Treasure the gifts I have carefully stitched into your being, for they serve as instruments of my will, fashioned to bless your environment. Whether your skill is in teaching, building, writing, nurturing, or administering, each capability is divinely placed. Use these gifts responsibly, letting love fuel their application, thereby reflecting my generosity and creativity. In cultivating these talents, you delve into the core of the purpose for which you were fashioned. Recognize this truth. Your unique abilities, offered in service, mirror the nature of the one who bestowed them. When the vastness of the world's needs overwhelms you, recall that you are never expected to bear every burden alone. Your steadfastness in small daily acts resonates mightily in my hands. I multiply these humble offerings, weaving them into my grand design. Plant every seed of faith you can, no matter how small, trusting me to cultivate a harvest that exceeds your dreams. Therefore, sow diligently, knowing I am the gardener who ensures that each seed flourishes in time. Pay attention to the subtle inclinations within your spirit, for they frequently signal the direction I desire for you. Often, these stirrings manifest as compassion for a cause or a repeated longing to meet a specific need. Do not dismiss these divine nudges. Rather, bring them before me in prayer, then proceed courageously. You will witness how I open doors and pave roads, revealing the unique missions I have prepared for you. Go forth confidently, for I have set the stage and await your participation. Breathe in hope when life feels stifling, for hope is the rope I toss to draw you beyond the constraints of your present dilemma. As surely as dawn follows the night, my deliverance manifests at the threshold of your most pressing need. Hold on to my assurance that you are never forsaken. Each chapter of your journey, no matter how bleak, bears my fingerprints of redemption. Fan the flames of hope, for it nurtures faith, and faith awaits fulfillment of all I have promised. Let gratitude overflow, not as a perfunctory exercise, but as an organic response to the streams of goodness I pour into your life. Gratitude realigns your perspective, highlighting how I meet your needs relentlessly. A heart brimming with thanksgiving stays flexible and strong, for it anchors your confidence in my track record of care. So rejoice in every situation, convinced that no obstacle lies beyond my redemptive influence. Celebrate each new moment, recognizing that my kindness weaves through every breath you take. Examine the companions you welcome into your inner circle, for their voices can elevate or erode your spiritual zeal. Seek community with those who fortify your faith, speaking truth and modeling humility. I created you for fellowship, a web of loving relationships where encouragement and growth flow both ways. Exercise discretion when accepting counsel, weighing all against the measure of my word. Stand firm in unity, knowing you journey alongside fellow believers who share your devotion and strengthen your resolve. Understand that when you endure persecution or misunderstanding because of the convictions I have instilled in you, you align yourself with a storied heritage of believers who faced similar trials. Their steadfastness illuminated my glory in the darkest eras. Therefore, do not recoil from criticism or grow weary under the world's opposition, for I have overcome these powers. Let your confidence in that victory embolden you to stand firm, doing justly and loving mercy, thereby reflecting my life-transforming power to everyone you meet. I see the burden that settles on you when your calendar bursts at the seams, threatening to steal the rest my heart desires to give. In the clamor of responsibilities, seek pockets of silence where your spirit can reconnect with the wellspring of life. Me. My tranquility will gently ease your stress, recalibrating your focus toward my eternal perspective. Pause and acknowledge my presence, letting it revive your soul for the tasks that remain. Do this regularly, and my peace will outshine every worldly offer of relief, bolstering you for the journey ahead. In the swirl of clamoring voices, allow my word to remain your unwavering compass. There you encounter accounts of my faithfulness and instructions forged in perfect love. Approach these scriptures not as dry rules, but as a blueprint for abundant living, a testament to my desire for your wholeness. Meditate upon them, weaving their truths into the fabric of your everyday decisions. They act as a mirror, reflecting my holiness while unveiling areas that need my grace. Continue walking in this light, for it leads you toward a future saturated with my blessing. Remember that prayer carries immense power, transcending geographical and spiritual barriers. When you align your requests with my will, you engage heavenly resources that outstrip human capability. Through prayer, you partner with me, bridging the temporal with the eternal. Maintain persistence, not because I fail to hear, but because earnest supplication molds your character, fortifying your trust in my timing. Let this truth embolden your petitions, for the heartfelt prayer of a believer can shift entire landscapes. Knock repeatedly and watch doors swing open. When you find trials intensifying, tugging at your certainty, anchor yourself in the unchanging core of my goodness. My character never fluctuates like the shifting winds. I always seek what builds you and blesses you. Let your faith rest not on fleeting emotions, but on the bedrock of truth, that my love endures through every storm. In chaos, I remain the still point, calming the waves that threaten to overtake you. Thus, hold firm to your trust, for I am not one to abandon the children I adore. Let forgiveness shape your daily interactions, understanding that harboring grudges stifles the flow of my grace in your life. As you have received unbounded mercy, so extend it generously to those who disappoint or harm you. This act of pardon exemplifies the transformative essence of my love, a love that dissolves anger and heals wounds. In choosing to forgive, you break the chains that hinder progress and tap into a liberation that renews your spirit. Practice this virtue faithfully and watch bitterness give way to freedom. Stay open to my leading, even if it redirects you away from your initial plans. My perspective spans the expanse of time and place, surpassing any human limitation. In surrendering your aspirations to my guidance, you align yourself with a course I have lovingly mapped. If I detour you, it is to deliver you into pastures far greener than you could imagine. Move forward with trust, acknowledging that my protective hand shapes your every turning. Look ahead with steadfast resolve, believing my ways always lead to life and blessing. During intervals of quiet, when you sense only silence and wonder if I have withdrawn from you, do not despair. My presence remains, working behind the scenes to strengthen your roots and deepen your reliance on my truth. Sometimes, I employ silence to shift your reliance from emotion to pure faith. anchoring you further in the constancy of who I am. Water the seeds of my promises with trust, and watch them flourish in the fullness of time. Cling to me in these seasons, for I never truly leave. Celebrate your progress, however incremental, and let patience guide you as you ascend toward the aspirations I have placed in your heart. Growth often unfolds one deliberate step at a time, refining your character and toughening your spirit. Recognize that I take delight in your persistence, in your refusal to be deterred by setbacks. In each new stretch of perseverance, the tapestry of your life gains deeper hues of grace. Remain steady and determined, for these small advances pave the path to greater tasks and achievements. Press on, certain of my ever-present encouragement. When gloom overshadows your perspective, coaxing you toward despair, recall that I am the one who lifts your head, shining light into your darkness. Your sorrow is a season, not the conclusion of your story. In those valleys, I cradle you in my arms, offering a solace beyond human comprehension. Place your burdens before me, trusting that I turn tears into seeds of hope. Those seeds will, in due time, germinate into a harvest of testimonies where my faithfulness radiates brightly. Look up and forward, for deliverance approaches. In the fellowship of believers, you encounter a radiant mosaic of backgrounds and talents, each reflecting my multifaceted image. Embrace unity without demanding uniformity, for your distinct attributes complement the communal whole. Working together, you accomplish endeavors unattainable alone, collectively bearing one another's burdens and celebrating each victory as a shared triumph. Seek harmony, be swift to forgive, and quick to encourage, living out the love I showed you. Doing so lights a beacon that leads many to discover my grace for themselves. Though the adversary of your soul roams with malice, intending to erode your identity and extinguish your hope, never forget the authority I bestow upon you. Clad in the armor I provide, truth, righteousness, faith, salvation, and the sword of my word, you stand prepared for every spiritual conflict. You are never defenseless. You are a conqueror, empowered by the triumph of my cross. Each day, rise with assurance, knowing that my power surmounts all opposition, granting you victory over every scheme. Let worship saturate your life as more than melodies and lyrics. Let it be the posture of your heart, an offering of reverence woven through thought, speech, and action. When your spirit stays in tune with my presence, even the most ordinary chores transform into a sacrament of devotion. Reflect on the wonders I have performed, letting awe fuel your adoration. In worship, your mind transcends the narrow lens of worry, aligning with my expansive perspective. Remain in this place of reverence, for it replenishes your spirit continually. You might journey through wilderness phases when everything around you looks barren. Yet even there, I provide streams of living water. Seek my mercies daily, for they emerge in surprising forms, a reassuring word, a long-awaited solution, or an unanticipated moment of strength. Do not curse the wilderness. See it as the crucible refining your faith, sharpening your priorities, and intensifying your longing for deeper communion with me. Stand firm, for my guiding hand will lead you to the promised landscape teeming with life. I long for you to perceive the vastness of my love, a depth and breadth surpassing all human comprehension. This love propels me to sustain you every second of your existence, starting from the moment you took your first breath. In your moments of self-doubt, remember that I chose you long before you chose me, forging a destiny crafted in compassion. My love is neither coercive nor fickle, but waits patiently for your acceptance, ready to fill the deepest caverns of your heart. Embrace it wholeheartedly, and you will see the world in a different light. Your story of transformation bears weight, offering a powerful testament to my grace. Share it freely, not to magnify your own resilience, but to illuminate my unceasing faithfulness. In this sharing, you become a lamp in the darkness, guiding struggling souls toward my hope. Never underestimate the resonance of a personal account redeemed by my love. Let your words revive a flicker of belief in those who have grown weary, reminding them that no circumstance places them beyond my reach. Continue speaking, for testimonies spark awakenings. When you battle thoughts of inadequacy, I remind you that your value has never hinged on performance. My gaze pierces through your facade, and I have already approved you by virtue of my Son's redemptive act. Disentangle from the cycle of striving to validate yourself in my sight or anyone else's. Serve, love, and grow from a heart anchored in my acceptance, for that alone frees you to live authentically. Watch how your life flourishes, powered by the conviction that you are beloved and secure. Notice the blessings that enrich your days, for thankfulness welcomes even more abundance. From the fresh air filling your lungs at dawn to the laughter shared among dear ones, my gifts surround you. Practice attentiveness to these blessings, pausing often to praise the giver behind them. A spirit of gratitude keeps your heart soft and unburdened, paving the way for additional displays of my favor. Raise continual praises, for they heighten your awareness of my constant presence. Mind your language, for words can either nurture or devastate. Let your speech reflect the kindness I extend to you, offering solace and encouragement wherever you go. Speak blessings over your own life too, aligning your utterances with the truths of my promises. When negativity crawls to your lips, pause and recalibrate your words toward life and hope. In doing so, you cultivate a fertile environment where faith thrives, acting as a conduit of my peace to others. I offer you a peace surpassing the best that human logic can grasp, a calm that fortifies your heart amid tumult. This tranquility comes from anchoring your spirit in my unwavering nature, trustfully acknowledging that I orchestrate every event for divine good. Release your anxieties to me, nestling under my protective wings, where I stand watchful over you. When the whirlwind encircles, lift your eyes to me, certain that I reign supremely, weaving solutions that uphold my commitment to your well-being. Treasure this peace, for it is an anchor in unpredictability. Recall that I do not summon you to solitude, but to fellowship, first with me, then with others who trust in my name. Together you inspire and uplift one another, spurring growth that isolation rarely fosters. Seek ways to guide those searching for direction, and welcome insight from those further along the path of faith. In this exchange, my love is vividly displayed, bridging ages and backgrounds in a tapestry of spiritual family. Stay open to accountability, which shapes your walk toward righteousness. Cherish community, observing how my grace blossoms where believers stand as one. Even when you feel frail, do not forget that my power finds perfection in your frailty. The very cracks in your vessel allow my radiance to shine through, making it evident that every triumph stems from me. Do not despise your limitations, for they draw you into closer communion with my sustaining arm. Declare openly that you depend on me, trusting that I will lift you beyond any limitation that once confined you. Take heart, for this truth liberates your spirit, enabling you to soar above what once held you bound. Rid yourself of any belief that my favor is scarce or doled out sparingly. I am a limitless source of goodness, eager to pour blessings over those who keep their hearts receptive. When you prioritize my kingdom, all you need is provided, freeing you from the shackles of anxiety. Let this principle saturate your mind, erasing any apprehension of lack. Instead, expect wonders, for my generosity knows no ceiling. Look forward with confidence, assured that I take pleasure in showering you with my benevolence. When waves of doubt threaten to engulf you, hold fast to the lifeboat of faith, trusting my impeccably faithful history. Faith goes beyond naive positivity. It is anchored in the certainty that my word stands firm. As you consistently reflect on my promises, your faith matures, positioning you to face each storm without trepidation. Even if the conclusion remains concealed, trust that I am weaving every thread into a tapestry of good. Ground yourself in my unshakable guarantees, for they form the basis of courage that can withstand any gale. Take comfort in the reality that you need not compete for my acceptance. My love for you does not hinge on outer accomplishments or traits, but on my boundless capacity to cherish you. Before me, you stand as a cherished offspring, precious beyond all measure. Let this truth liberate you from the endless quest to please others or meet fickle worldly standards. You are my beloved, and in that knowledge you can rest, your spirit unburdened from striving. Wear this identity boldly, radiating the joy of a soul deeply treasured. At times, your path may feel monotonous, as if every step echoes the last. Trust that not a single moment goes to waste. Each day polishes your character and amplifies your dependency on my grace. Observe the gentle metamorphoses unfolding within your heart, gleaning wisdom from perseverance. These incremental shifts mold you into a vessel able to house the greater blessings I have in store. Remain faithful, certain that I will perfect the good work begun in you at precisely the right time. Above all, know that my heart toward you is eternally tender. I cherish you, committed to your growth and well-being no matter the circumstance. Whether you tread the valley of shadows or stand on the summit of celebration, my hand remains extended, guiding, shielding, and blessing. I speak life into every aspiration, peace into your trials, and joy into your everyday routines. Each dawn ushers in fresh mercies, ensuring you never face a day void of my grace. Take heart in this steadfast truth. You are treasured now and always.